Hi everyone, back on the pergola today, where what I started a couple of weeks ago now. Timbers here, roof tins here, so cracking on. I'll give you a quick show of what I've done so far. So when I was last here, these two timbers were in because we'd run out, so I've put them in. This one was bent like an absolute banana when I've just put it in, so I've started putting the noggins in now. So that's pulled it in nice and tight. About 50mm bow on it was, so some nice long screws pulled it in. Just about to string a line with chalk. So yeah, you can see I've put a nail in there on my mark. Done that at both sides, so the chalk line runs full width of the structure. I'm going to pull it tight, give it a good swang, and yeah, that'll give us an approximate line to put my noggins to. So for the noggins, even though these timbers aren't dead straight, they're bent all over the place. I'm going to measure the distance between both timbers at each end, that end and that end. They should be the same, give or take a few mil, so I'll measure at the ends and then use that distance to keep these parallel all the way across, and that'll be the width of my noggins. Right, got a few noggins in up to now, and 4 at this side. I'm just starting at this side, 4 at this side. I'll start these now. I'm down there going up. Done them in a staggered fashion so I can get screws in the ends. These timbers, like I've mentioned before, are a bit bent, so the screws will pull them in nice and tight. If I did them in one line, it'd be a bit of a mess trying to stinge screws in at an angle, trying to get in both sides and in at the other side as well. So but yeah, stagger them off on that centre line. See, the centre line runs all the way down. So noggins are in both sides, between 4 timbers each. Like I said, I've staggered them. So I'm going to do these middle two now. So just in case things run off a little bit, like I said, I've been taking them measurements and then transferring them to the noggins. But if these are slightly too wide, too narrow by a couple of mil added up every time, that dimension there probably will be a bit tight or a bit slack. So I'm going to measure these here in situ and cut the timbers to suit. Same there, and then fit. A bit windy, but it's nice and warm. Not perfect, but you know, tins going on this, and like I said in the previous video, the customer might clad the underside, but you know, we're somewhere in the parish, trying to keep on that blue chalk line. Right, skipped a bit really, but here we are, tins on. All the roof structure, finished that off last night, so all the timbers were in. Yeah, so I've got box profile tin on. It's got anti-condensation felt finish on it, so I'll stop any water dripping hopefully. I'll go and have a look up on top of the roof and show you it from up there. So this is to be trimmed back flush, and we've got this edging to go on all the way around 3 sides, leaving the gutter side. So we'll get up on the roof and have a look. So it's like a grey plastic coated tin. Screwed it down every other timber. That's not going anywhere, and then along the joins it's screwed. And this end here is a gutter going on there. I've put the brackets on ready. Yeah. Like I've mentioned before, it's a very low gradient. It's about 6 inches front to back, so it goes down there to 6 inches. But, yeah, it'll keep the water off, and these are full sheets, so there's no joins in the middle, so no water will be tracking back underneath. Yeah, got them angled fascias to go on, so they'll finish it off nicely. So this end here, this is where I finished the roof. So I started there and worked my way across. So yeah, this is where the tin finishes. It's overhanging a little bit too much. I would have liked it to be flush with this, but you can't get it always. I did actually put an extra overlap on the tin here, so normally it'd have laps here, but this top sheet goes over one. So and that's just where it's landed. So I spoke to the customer and put these packers on this outer face, and I'm going to put a full timber across. So then this edge here, this edge of the tin will sit on that timber nicely, and just give it some support. So when I put the angled fascias on, you know, it's giving me some stability to screw down to. So we'll see how it goes. Right, so I've got that new bit of timber up there. It was slightly, well, the roof was either bowing down or the timber bowing up. Probably the roof bowing down, so I got my clamp on it after taking the worst of it away with a step ladder. Just jammed it up, propped it up a little bit. It was only 5mm out, but enough to do something about. So I've put a couple of screws in. I'm just going to get the nail gun out and bang a load of 90mm nails in just to give it a little bit extra. I don't think it needs it, but nails are cheap compared to time, so you know, I don't want to have to redo it. Yeah. And that's nailed. Release the clamp, see what it does, see if it springs. Nothing. Right, so I've nailed that up, removed the clamp and ladder. Nothing's moved, so that's good. Probably could have been to do with a little bit narrower, but you know, I used what I've got. There were offcuts of this 62, so yeah, could have been a little bit narrow, but I'm not so bothered because now I've got something decent there. It's going to take the pressure off and screw the fascia onto there. Right, so I've ripped that off with the angle grinder. It was fun, started raining. Them big sheets there, well, big offcuts rather, bloody heavy, so every time one started to fall I had to try and hold it as I was cutting it, and then didn't want it dropping and smashing anything on the floor, so yeah, all good. Right, so got these fascia trims now to put on. Can start here. See how they go. Right, so it's finished. Fascias are on. Plastic caps are on the screws. Bit crinkly on them fascias, but I tried my best to try and alleviate it, but it still happened. Cutters on. Customer's putting the downpipe on, feeding it back into his pond. Yeah, it's turned out nice. Like I said, he's going to board it out underneath here, get some spotlights and stuff in, so be alright when it's finished. Nice and cosy. Kept me dry in today's rain under there.